How you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi, host of Cheer Talk, and today we're going to talk about collective punishment. It's still an ongoing practice by management, and it's a very, very bad practice. Kills employee morale and puts true professionals at risk. So, what do I mean by collective punishment? What I mean by collective punishment is when management decides to punish everyone for the negative actions of one. So basically, everyone gets punished because one person does something foolish. That's a practice that should be gone, but unfortunately it's not. Some management still follow that practice. So I want to talk about how that could affect employee morale and also add to the dangers of working inside a correctional facility. So stand by for our sponsors, and today we'll be talking about collective punishment. And guys, if you haven't, please subscribe. The channel's growing. We're over 2,000. That's great. Got to get it to 10,000, so help me. Got to get to 10,000. Also, when you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell so you're notified of every video that I put up. And if you have questions or stuff that you want me to cover, hit me up. Email Gangi, G-A-N-G-I, Anthony at yahoo.com, Gangi Anthony at yahoo.com, and that kind of helps me with my daily topics. All right, so stand by for our sponsors.
I wanted to attend a university that had an intelligence program. I wanted to look at problems different. I wanted to increase my critical thinking abilities. AMU offered those avenues to expand. Obtaining your degree as an adult, you're actually paying yourself and investing in yourself. You can't put a dollar on it. It's priceless. It's something that can never be taken away from you.
American Military University. Learn from the leader.
Being a corrections officer takes its toll on even the strongest individuals. The constant need to perform at the highest level, putting your life at risk in a hostile environment, and the mental scarring of traumatic experiences. 31% of corrections officers show symptoms of PTSD, and 66% of people with PTSD also suffer with a substance abuse problem. The Transformations First Responders program is specially designed to help veterans and officers heal from the grips of addiction and PTSD in a comfortable, supportive, and serene setting. You are not alone. If you have questions about the services we offer, give us a call at 866-762-8454 to get more information on this affordable and life-changing program.
I thank you guys for listening to our sponsors. So today I'm going to talk about collective punishment. What I mean by collective punishment is punishing all for the negative actions of one. And it's a very unfair practice that still seems to exist. And here's how I do a little research on some of my topics. I've been lucky to have two very good social media accounts that I utilize, LinkedIn and my Facebook profile, as well as my Facebook page. And I have a lot of correctional professionals from all over the country, I mean, in some cases international, and I'm able to post questions, whether it's sent to me from someone else or my own, and I'm able to wait and see the comments and really get a good view of, what that answer is, So basically, even though I have experience, again, it's a perspective. So what I try to do is I try to ask a question and read through the comments of the other professionals and really come about with a real good answer. And I don't just stop there, by the way. I ask more questions, on the answers that I find. Oh, that makes sense, but I never heard of that before. And I try to elaborate. That's why, if you can see, the reason why my show goes way beyond 101 is because a lot of the answers I get come from experienced professionals. It's not people that only know enough to give us cookie cutter stuff. No, this is literally in-depth, conversation. So going back to the topic, collective punishment, that's a horrible practice. I get a message the other day. I'm not going to say who sent it to me or what facility the person comes from, but they're talking about the fact that they lost their handcuffs and their OC. And I'm saying, oh, well, how did that happen? How'd you lose it? And it has nothing to do with the individual who lost it. Basically, someone did something foolish with it, unfortunately. And now, because that person did something foolish with it, management's decide, you know what? Let's punish everyone by taking it away from everyone. And I guess they see it as some potential liability. Like, okay, we know one officer did it. So now, if other officers did it, we failed to act, and that's not the case. That's not the case, guys. This is a totally different ball game. What you've done now by taking away the tools that this officer requires. This is the professional officer. This isn't the officer that did something foolish. I'm okay if the officer did something foolish, then you got to do what you got to do. I mean, personally, if they did something foolish, I'd rather suspend them first before I take away the stuff that they need to protect themselves. And that's just how it is. You know, I'm not going to put somebody at risk. If they did something foolish, then I'm going to suspend them, especially if it's with equipment that they need to protect their lives, and then I'm going to send them into retraining. I don't think it's the correct thing to do to put them right back into the field without that gear. Because don't forget, guys, right now with the riots that occurred, officers getting killed, staff members getting killed, we need that equipment. And in some states, they're still fighting for that equipment. So the last thing we want to do is take away the tools that people need and show that the facility can still operate. We don't want that, because that's not the case. You're putting people at risk. So I don't want to show people that, yeah, I could take away his tools and he'll learn that way, but he could still go to work. No, he can't, because that person's going to need that tool to survive. So if you gotta, I know, guys, it sucks. It is what it is. Suspend, get that person retrained, whatever you got to do. But you should not put that person back into the facility without the proper gear. And again, because that's the fight we're at right now. People don't want to give us the equipment we need. They don't. So the last thing we want is for management to show that we don't need that equipment. We don't want that. So again, it's also shown when you have one person commits to a negative action, and then management decides, hey, let's remove this, let's punish everyone, let's take away tools from everyone. Well, again, immediately you're putting the individual's life at jeopardy. So I'm a professional. I do my job every day. Don't have any write-ups. Now I come to work, and you're taking away my tools that I need to survive. Who the hell are you to do that? There's nothing right now that even warrants you to take away the tools that I need to survive. Who the hell are you to do that? This is my life. These are the tools that were given to me. I have not done anything wrong. Who the hell are you to take away the tools that I need to survive in this world? And it also shows you, like, do you even know what we work around? Because now if you take away all the tools, besides affecting me on an immediate level, you're affecting the safety of the facility, the safety of us being able to protect each other, protect the inmate. It's a very bad move. And unfortunately, it's a practice that still exists. On another note, it also really messes with employee morale, because you take away a tool from somebody that they need, I get frustrated. If I need that tool and you took that tool away from me, and that's my way to survive, I'm going to be extremely mad at the person who did something foolish. And that's going to cause animosity. That's not a way to correct the situation. It's just not. It's turning everybody against the one individual. And some management will sit there and laugh because maybe they find that's funny. But what all you've done now is you've isolated the one individual from us. And that's what inmates want. That's what inmates want. We have to be constructive. We have to be corrective. But at the end of the day, the last thing you want is to make someone an outcast. So yeah, the person did something foolish, but there's got to be another way than punishing everyone for that individual's actions. You know, there's got to be a better way. And again, suspend, retraining, whatever it is. But whatever it is has to be focused on that individual, not on everyone else who did not do anything that would warrant a tool that they need to survive. And remember, guys, we're fighting for these tools. Come on, management, work with me on this. We're fighting for these tools. If you're able to generalize a punishment to everyone, you're showcasing to the world that we don't need those tools. And you know that's not the truth. And having said that, that makes me wonder, do you even really know what we do? to automatically think that's a solution. It's not. It's not a solution on the immediate level. It's not a solution on the greater level because of what can happen. Because of what can happen and what you're doing in our ability to protect ourselves, protect the facility, protect the other inmates. Stop generalizing punishment. Deal with the individual. And deal with it in a manner that doesn't put our lives at risk. We're fighting for change. And all you're doing is punishing the professionals who are the ones that have a right to want to go home. And you're limiting their chance to do that. As always, guys, the show is Tear Talk. Love you guys. Please stay safe. Any question you want covered, guys, email me. Gangi, G-A-N-G-I, Anthony@yahoo.com. Also, subscribe to the Tear Talk channel. It's for those frontline brave men and women who work in the field of corrections. And when you subscribe to the channel, don't forget to hit that bell. That bell's going to notify you every time I post a video. All right, as always, guys, stay safe.